Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny and Death from Above. Today, I want to take a walk around the tower, just like I did at the beginning of Taken King and the beginning of the April update. And we're going to talk about the vendor guns, but this time it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk about the guns that I think you need to buy. And we're going to throw in some honorable mentions too, guns that I think are good, you might want to think about purchasing, but really we're going to focus on the guns I think you need to buy now. Now, obviously, you can't buy all of these guns because you've only got 2 or 3 weeks, 3 weeks exactly for until Rise of Iron starts. So you might not be able to get all the marks to get all these guns, but you can pick up a couple of them, and it's definitely worth it. So we're going to go by each vendor in the tower, talk about them, tell you which ones to grab. And we're not going to go over guns that you can't just straight up buy with marks because they require RNG to get. So something like the Doctrine of Passing, something like the Soul Stealer's Claw. They're good guns. Definitely recommend having them, but you can't just go buy them. You have to earn them, and you have to earn the talents that are on them. So play Trials, do Prison of Elders, Challenge of the Elders, and get those guns if you can. You can get those on top of these guns, but these you can just buy. So we're going to go take a look. And no, you can't get any more Iron Banner guns. That is gone. See ya. So Iron Banner guns will not be included either. I do have a video about all the Iron Banner guns, though, if you want to go look at them. Just look in my my channel feed, and you'll see it. So we're going to start off at New Monarchy at Triple Wreck. Triple Wreck over here is selling some guns, and we're going to see what we've got. So I've got some recommendations. First of all is the one to buy, the Righteous 7 auto rifle. This one comes with perfect balance, reinforced barrel, and counterbalance. So you're losing some stability, but you're getting it back twice, and it has ridiculous range. It almost triples the range. It comes with the SPO-26 and the SRO-41. Not bad sights. Pop-up sights probably where you want to leave it. But this stability and this range on this makes it a very effective PvP auto rifle. Definitely recommend picking that one up. That is the one to get. There are a couple other good ones. This Appellant 3 hand cannon, good base stats. I don't like Last Resort here, but it does have rifled barrel and hidden hand, and you're going to have a couple options here. We got the True Sight, the Sure Shot, and the Quick Draw. It's a very good pistol. Definitely recommend that one if you need a good pistol. It's not God roll, but it's real close. It's a real good gun, real close. This Burden of Proof shotgun is actually pretty good too. I love having final round on a shotgun, and it's got rangefinder with rifle barrel. I actually thought about picking that up. Didn't realize how good it was. That would be a very good PvE shotgun, and it'd be fun in PvP too. I love final round. I love having that last shot and knowing that it's got some punch behind it. So, cool shotgun. Definitely recommend that one if you need a good shotgun, good all-around shotgun. It'll do you pretty well. And then we have the Objection 4 machine gun. It's got some decent talents. Counterbalance, small bore, rangefinder. Not bad. I don't like the archetype, the mid-rate of fire, mid-impact for PvP, but it's got a decent size mag, and it won't do you badly. And it's slow enough firing that the counterbalance is going to keep you pretty well on target. You can push the range and impact up with field choke. So those are the ones to get from New Monarchy. The other two, this one and this one, are just meh. I would avoid them. So we're going to move along to Crucible, and we'll talk about the Crucible guns. Crucible guns, there's a couple more options there. A few we're going to talk about, and a few that I think are very good. None of the Crucible guns I think are... Well, a few of them are must-buys if you don't already have them, but you probably already do have them. So that's what makes the Crucible guns a little bit interesting. Everybody went and bought those. First off, with the factions, you have to have faction rank, and you have to be a part of that faction. But with Crucible, you can just come buy these as long as you're at Crucible rank 3, which everyone usually is. So we're going to start off with the must-buy, and that's the Hawksaw. If you don't have this Hawksaw yet, you probably are going to want to get it. It's got fitted stock counterbalance and small bore, so you're going to get really good stability and some pretty good range out of it. And it has my favorite two sights, the SPO-28 and the SPO-57 scopes. I love those on my Suros guns. And it does have the SLO-19, so it's all good scopes, really good stability, and the Hawksaw in PvP is A+. So you would not be disappointed by that one. But these two auto rifles right here are pretty decent too if you like auto rifles. This one's got a little bit of a small mag, but it's got crowd control, counterbalance, speed reload, brace frame, high caliber rounds. You can run any one of those, and it's going to be pretty strong. It's a pretty strong gun. Definitely worth picking up if you want it. And the Antipodal Hindsight's not one to sleep on either. Rodeo is kind of meh, but it has hidden hand, and it has rifled barrel. So you're going to get some very good range out of that. And it's a pretty good gun. So those two auto rifles are definitely solid auto rifle choices. Next up is a fusion rifle. This is my favorite fusion rifle. Now, this is not my favorite rolls, but this is my favorite fusion rifle. It's got the right charge rate and the right impact. It's really strong, but it still charges quick enough. But this one has knee pads, rangefinder, and rifled barrel. So really good options here for PvP. If you want to voop some people, this is the way to go. This is a good starter fusion rifle. If you've never used them before, get this one. It'll do you a lot of good, and I like it. Last, I'm going to point you towards the Ruin Wake. The Ruin Wake is really fun if you're just starting off with machine guns in PvP. It's got rangefinder, it's got counterbalance, it's got brace frame, it's got armor piercing, and it's got high caliber rounds. All good talents, all good things, and you can put it on field choke to get the impact and range up. I used this at the beginning of the Taken King for a long time in PvP. It was my only PvP go-to, and it was very strong. So, Ruin Wake, good for PvP. Definitely do recommend that. So, we're going to make our way over to the Vanguard now. Vanguard has got a lot of options. None of them, I would say, are must-haves. They're all good, solid options. Vanguard is kind of the place to start. Because with the Vanguard, you're going to be able to, so if you're just getting the game, you're trying to level up before Rise of Iron, go to the Vanguard. They've got some good guns, some guns that'll do a lot of work for you, and you can get them fairly quickly because you're going to be ready to buy Vanguard weapons right when you have the marks available. So take a look at the Vanguard weapons. We'll talk about a few of them, point you towards the right ones. As far as primaries go, the Apple of Discord is probably the only one that's a good roll here. I like Head Seeker on this one. I like Counterbalance, and it has Reinforced Barrel to give you that extra range. So the problem with this gun is the stability kind of kicks up and to the right, but Counterbalance takes care of that, so you don't have to worry about it as much. And I like a little bit of kick on this gun, so having Reinforced Barrel is not bad. And Head Seeker is pretty decent. It's not the best archetype to have a Head Seeker on, but it's better than the low impact. So Head Seeker's good. Head Seeker's good on this gun. I like it. So this has a talent set that I enjoy. This is another gun. This one and the gunsmith version of this Hake gun I got very early on in the Taken King, and I used them for a long time at the beginning, and I really liked them. It fires a 4-round burst though, so it takes some getting used to if you're used to the 3-round burst pulse rifles. But it's still a good gun. Can recommend. The other two guns I can recommend are always the Conspiracy Theory and the 1,000-yard stare. Don't even worry about the talents on this 1,000-yard stare because it has the ambush scope and it has unflinching. It'll be good starter. This is your starter PvP gun. Starter PvP sniper. If you're wanting to start out sniping in PvP and you don't have a sniper, grab the 1,000-yard stare. The Conspiracy Theory is the same as a shotgun. So if you want to grab a good shotgun that's going to do most everything you want it to, get this Conspiracy Theory. It's got performance bonus, it's got life support, it's got reinforced barrel. Nothing amazing, but the archetype of this gun with the range and the impact make it very strong because you have that reinforced barrel, you have that increased range. So I recommend that one if you're just starting out with shotguns. So last recommendation is the Long Foregone. I forgot about this one for a while, and I just looked at it again and I thought, man, that one looks awesome. It's a quick firing, low impact fusion rifle, which normally I wouldn't recommend, but if you're being aggressive and you need something quick that is a fusion rifle and you still got the patience to use it, this is the one. Hidden hand, accelerated coils, and hot swap. So you're gonna get good target acquisition, you're gonna pull it out quick, and you're gonna get more accuracy, and the accelerated coils is going to voop them very quickly. I keep snapping when I say voop, but very good one. Very good one. If you don't have any fusion rifles and you want to have fun with one, get this one. This one looks awesome. I have one, but I don't have that one, and I really am thinking about deleting mine and picking that one up. But we're going to move along to Dead Orbit. Dead Orbit has a must-buy. They have a must-buy and then a pretty good. So this Hitchhiker FR4 with hidden hand, braced frame, and hot swap. This is one, if you are into fusion rifles and you're pretty good at them in PvP, this one is going to be a lot of fun. It's got max impact, low charge rate, but it's got hidden hand, hot swap, and braced frame. So you're going to have a really tight bolt pattern, and you only need 4 bolts to hit anybody. And I've seen people hit from some serious distance and vaporize somebody with this gun. So it's got serious range. It takes some getting used to because it's pretty slow, but it hits like a truck. So I definitely recommend this one. This one's a must-buy. I'm going to pick this one up. Probably going to pick this one up today. I really want to have that gun. And then next, the one I want to recommend is the Patch A. It's a fun gun. This looks like a fun gun with these talents. So we've got final round knee pads and rifled barrel. So you're going to get that good range. You're going to be able to slidey shotgun some people with this in PvP. I'm recommending this for some fun PvP gameplay. If you've got a couple shotguns, if you already got that Conspiracy Theory, and you want to run a fun shotgun, grab this Patch A with knee pads, rifled barrel, and final round. It looks like a lot of fun. I want to get it, but I don't have I don't have the marks to get that one. All right, so I'm gonna load back in, and I'll be right back. All right, now that we have squashed that beetle, I am back in the tower. Nothing like being almost done with a video and Destiny giving you an error and just kicking you out of the tower. I mean, all I was doing was just walking around talking about some guns in the tower, man. So I'm gonna call Cosmo about that. Me and him met at DestinyCon last weekend, and we're best buds now. So me and Cosmo are gonna talk and make sure I get no more beetle errors. But until then, we're gonna make our way over to New Monarchy. Got a couple more guns to look at, a couple more recommendations, and then we will be at the end of this video. So, excuse me, Future War Cult. I said New Monarchy, I feel like. So, we're at Future War Cult. There's 3 very good guns here. None that are god rolls, but 3 very good guns. We've got the Vanity, the Villainy, and the Vacancy. But they all start with V. So I wonder what they're going to start with in Rise of Iron. They're going to go to, like, something else. So, we've got the Vanity hand cannon with third eye, extended mag, rifled barrel. Rifled barrel is key on hand cannons right now. Life support and exhumed. Depending on what you're doing with it, exhumed could be useful, but I would prefer life support. It's an interesting talent. And third eye make it a pretty solid gun. It's going to definitely be PvP focused, but definitely a fun gun in PvP. I've used it a little bit, and I like it. I like that archetype Amalon hand cannon, though. Then we have the Villainy pulse rifle. Also a good gun. The talents are what makes this one's pretty good. It's got a head seeker, perfect balance, or reinforced barrel if you want it, and glass half full. I would do the top 3, get that balance, get that head seeker, and get that glass half full. So once you start hitting the guy, this one's going to get progressively more powerful because you'll get that head seeker to proc, and you'll get glass half full as you get lower into the mag. So really cool gun. I like how the talents work together, and that makes that one really interesting. And then finally we have the Vacancy. Hot swap, braced frame, rangefinder. This one is a little bit easier to use version of the Hitchhiker. So if you like the Hitchhiker, you'll like this one just as much. It's not going to have quite the same amount of range, but it's still very solid. So that's all the guns I got for you in the tower. That's all the guns that you can just go buy right now. Let me know which ones you think I missed, which ones you're a complete agreement, and what are your top 3 guns from year 2, The Taken King. I'm always interested to know. But until then, I'm Death from Above. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I share the video if you want to help the channel grow. So until then, I'm Death from Above, and I will see you later. See ya, bye.